I always like to have opposing points of view on the show so that you get to hear from people who disagree with me. For instance, I come on here day after day and I talk to you and I say there's a God and you'll find joy if you live in the spirit rather than the flesh. So to offer a different perspective, I brought on a special guest. Satan, thank you for coming on.
Oh, thank you so much for having me, old friend.
I'd really like to get your take on some of the events of the day. For instance, there's been this big, uprising of women opposed to Donald Trump. We recently had this women's march. What do you think about that?
Oh, it's a delightful event. Thousands of women wearing pink hats to represent the fact that they had their vaginas where their brains are supposed to be. Vulgar signs, vulgar language, angry, hate-filled speeches. These are my sorts of ladies, Drew. Also, it drew attention away from that pro-life march down the street. They were praying and celebrating their children. I'm on the other side of that question, of course.
You mean you're not pro-life, you're pro-choice?
I'm not pro-life, I'm anti-life. Sin and death, old boy. Nothing I enjoy more than spending a pleasant afternoon watching babies being poisoned in the womb and then ripped to pieces so that their parts can be sold for a tidy profit. Some people enjoy the theater, old boy, but for me, it's Planned Parenthood all the way.
That sounds evil.
I'm Satan.
Oh, right, it slipped my mind.
Yeah, but, I'm not at all picky, of course. Whether it's gender reassignment for children or Islamic genital mutilation for little girls, I feel that any time a helpless youngster is mutilated to the service of the misguided philosophy of some adult, well, that's a good day, old boy. Sort of reminds me of the things the Nazi torture doctors used to get up to. The Nazis.
You miss the Nazis?
Miss them? I have them over for gin rummy every Thursday night. They're in hell with me forever.
Right. Of course. I should have thought of that. So all in all, with all the abortion and mutilating children and vulgar women running around, things are going pretty well for you right now.
Well, it's my planet, old chap. You're just living in it.
Is there anything happening on Earth you don't like?
Well, the government seems to be getting a bit smaller. I suppose that worries me some, but Trump can't live forever. Like the old adage says, a man can't live on fried chicken alone.
So I just have one more question. Why is it you have such an erudite kind of upper class accent?
Simple, my boy. It takes a tremendous amount of intelligence and sophistication to convince oneself and others that evil is good and good is evil. And that's pretty much been my business since day one. Or day 8, depending on how you read the text.
All right, well, I got it. Thanks very much for coming on. Actually, I asked our producer, Rob, to get Santa to come back, but he's dyslexic. Trigger warning, I'm Andrew Klavan, and this is The Andrew Klavan Show.